Hello art friends, I'm Robin. Today we're going to enjoy working with dyes and just watching colours and lines and shapes develop, but also be using some of the paper shapes that we have already made. Now this exercise is about enjoying that sense of wondering what happens next and what effect do I get when I put this colour onto that, and that anticipation of seeing the different effect that the sun can create on our cloth. Now the randomness of these effects is going to help us let go of the stress and the pressure of having full control over our finished artwork. And as one of the Beatles said, just let it be is a wonderful mantra for this lesson and also for our art practice. Now let's get started. Now let's see what we're going to need. We've got our paper strips that we've cut from the first exercise. We've got some containers with a little bit of water in them. We've got newspaper and a piece of cloth. Now, as I said before, you could use any cloth, an old t-shirt, an old tea towel, anything at all. And inside our sun dye kits, we have, let's have a look, open them up. We've got some basic instructions. We have a brush and a sponge brush. We also have 3 different dyes. Now the one I've chosen today is the Ocean series. It has a blue that's called Night, a blue called Opal, and Fern. And they're the colours I'm going to use. There are about 8 different sun dye kits, each with 3 colours that just work really well together. And of course some rubber gloves and some pipettes. Rubber gloves on, wearing my apron, and I'm working on a plastic protected surface. Now what I'm going to do first of all, give it a bit of a shake, I'm going to put some of each of our dyes into these containers. Now if you want a really strong colour, you add a little bit more water, a little bit more dye than water. Really weak watercolours, then more water, but just play around with it. I'm going to have about half and half, which is probably a really good mix. I'm going to continue with that lovely flow, using our colours, using our brush, and just once again doing the same sort of line, same movement as we did with our drawing and with our paper cutting. So I'll start off with the green. I'm just going to use my sponge brush to make some lines. Now some blues. Loving what happens when the different colours mixed in. I'm loving seeing the green and the blue mixed together. Just enjoying playing. There's some dark one and the dark over here. Now I'm going to use my pipette just to put some more colours on. I like using the pipette. I like to see what happens when I put the dye onto the wet fabric. Just watching the new colours and the new designs. I'm continuing to use that curved line which has been evident in the last 2 lessons. Now the colours will blend together as they dry, but now I'm going to get the black pieces of paper that we made in our second lesson. I'm going to pop them on the top there. Now this is going to stop the sun from reaching areas of our fabric. We're going to be able to have a really nice edge effect by just blocking out the sun. So I'm going to pop all of those leftover bits of black paper onto my fabric. And another one. And just continue till I've just covered up just bands of my fabric. There we go. Now I'm going to take that outside, but before I do that, I'm going to pop some heavy objects or a bit of wood on the edges so that the wind doesn't pick up the bits of paper and just blow them away. Here's another example of some sun dye. I've put this one out in the sun with some nails, bits of card, coin, some leaves, even some sticky tape to resist the sun. There's a bit of stencil and some sand. Now let's have a little look and see the results that we get here. You can see how the sun just fades off the colour and makes a great starting point for some textile work. I love working with sun dyes. You can get some great effects by just putting odd things like coins or sand onto your wet dyed fabric and then just wait to see what happens. If it's a little bit dull outside, then pop your piece on lots of newspaper and put it on the dashboard of your car. Now, our dyed fabric will now be the starting point for our next exercise when I'll introduce you to the popular meditative pastime of slow stitching. I look forward to seeing you then.